हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू बायोलॉजी कॉर्नर। आई होप कि आप लोग घर पे सब ठीक है। और पिछले क्लास में हम पढ़े थे न्यूट्रिशन इन द एमोइबा। ओके, सो आई होप कि ऑल स्टूडेंट्स अंडरस्टूड इट completely, and today we will discuss the human digestive system. Okay, this is the human digestive system. I have already drawn the diagram in the whiteboard. This is the human digestive system. Okay, so the digestion process in the human being takes place by human digestive system. Okay, the digestion process in the human being take place by the human digestive system. The human digestive system consists of the alimentary canal. The first one is the alimentary canal. Okay, and second one is the associated gland. Okay, second one is the associated gland. Then the human digestive system consisting of, that means the various organs associated with the human digestive system are, first is your mouth or buccal cavity, second is the esophagus or the food pipe, third one is your stomach, here it is connected with the small intestine, and finally the last part of the human digestive system is the large intestine. So the various organs associated with the human digestive system are, first is mouth, second is food pipe or the esophagus. Okay, the third one is stomach, then the fourth one is your small intestine, it is the small intestine, then fifth lastly is the large intestine. These are the various organs which are associated in the human digestive system. Okay, mouth, food pipe, stomach, small intestine and the large intestine. Here it is the human digestive system diagram. This is the mouth or buccal cavity. It is connected with the food pipe or esophagus. Then it is connected with the stomach. Here the stomach is connected with the small intestine, and finally it is connected with the large intestine. These are the various organs which are associated with the human digestive system. And second is the various glands. Which are the associated glands? The associated glands are, first is the associated glands which are associated with the glands which are associated with the human digestive system are, first is your salivary gland. Okay, first is your salivary gland, second is your liver. We know the liver is the largest gland. It is the short question, 1 mark question. Then third is your pancreas. Okay, this is the pancreas. Okay, so the associated glands in the human digestive system are, first is your salivary gland, then liver, then pancreas. Okay, and the alimentary canal runs from mouth to anus, which is 9 meter long. Okay, the alimentary canal runs from the mouth to anus, which is 9 meter long, Okay, that means the alimentary canal also called as the digestive tract. Okay, so the alimentary canal or the digestive tract is 9 meter long. Okay, then come to our next point. We know the digestive system, that means the nutrition process is composed of 5 processes. That means in the complete nutrition of the human being consisting of 5 processes. We have already studied that. First is your ingestion, then digestion, then absorption, then assimilation, then egestion. So first process is your ingestion. Okay, so the human digestive system first process is ingestion. So what is ingestion? We have already studied in our previous class. So ingestion means intake of food. Okay, ingestion means the intake of the food or eating of the food, that is ingestion. So ingestion is a process in the human digestive system. Okay, and the human digestive system consists of a special organ. Okay, which is our mouth. That means we intake the food into our mouth. Okay, and with the help of our hand. Okay, so the ingestion process means the intake of the food. Ingestion process means intake of the food with the help of our hand by our special organ which is known as the mouth. Okay, so the intake of the food is ingestion or the eating of the food is ingestion. We have a special organ for the intaking of the food, that is the mouth, with the help of our hand. Then comes to our second process, that is your digestion process. Okay, this is your digestion process. So this is the second step of human digestive system, because in the nutrition process, first is your ingestion, intaking of the food, then second step is digestion process. Okay, and the digestion process starts or begins in the mouth. Okay, so the digestion process starts in the mouth. Okay, in the mouth. Okay, the digestion process, after taking the food, the digestion process suddenly start. It means the simultaneously the digestion process starts. Okay, so the digestion process here, the digestion process begins as soon as we intake the food. Okay, we intake the food into the mouth. Okay, so the digestion process starts in the mouth and the digestion process begins as soon as we intake the food. Okay, within the fraction of second, simultaneously, suddenly the digestion process starts. Okay, so the digestion process in the mouth consisting of mainly three parts. First is your teeth, second is your tongue, okay, and third part is your salivary gland. So in the mouth, the teeth, tongue and the salivary glands are three different parts. Okay, first we will discuss about the teeth. Okay, so teeth is the main part. Why? Because teeth cut the food. It cut the food into small pieces. Okay, teeth cut the food into small pieces. There are four different types of teeth. First is your incisor. Okay, first is your incisor teeth. Second your canine. Okay, third one is your premolar. Okay, and last one is your molar. So there are four different types of teeth. First is your incisor, number of 4, canine there are 2, premolar 4 and molar number of 6. That means in our mouth 2 jaws are present, upper jaw and the lower jaw. Each jaw contains 16 number of teeth. These 16 number of teeth, that means both the jaw consist of 32 number of teeth. These are the permanent teeth. First function of teeth is it cuts the food into smaller pieces, and also it helps to chew or grind the food. Okay, the second function of teeth is it chew or grind the food. Okay, that's why the teeth helps in physical digestion. Okay, teeth helps in physical digestion. Okay, no, in the mouth 3 pair of salivary glands are present. Okay, the salivary gland secrete saliva. Okay, so what is saliva? After seeing a good food or delicious or fragrance food, okay, the sour food, our mouth become watering. Okay, so the watering of the food, the watering of the mouth is due to the saliva which is secreted from the salivary gland. Okay, so the watering of the food in the mouth, the watering of the mouth in the food is due to the saliva which is secreted from the salivary gland. Okay, that means the salivary gland secretes saliva. So what is saliva? Saliva is a what? It is a watery liquid which is secreted from the salivary gland. The saliva is a watery liquid or watery in texture, okay, which is secreted from the salivary gland. That means the tongue, okay, tongue helps the food by mixing with saliva. That means tongue mix the food with the saliva. That's why the food become what? The food become wet. The food become watery or wet in texture. That's why it helps in the swallowing of the food by the tongue. Okay, so the food become watery or liquid content. Okay, it become liquid texture or watery. That's why it helps the tongue for swallowing of the food. Okay, That means the saliva is secreted from the salivary gland, which helps for the chemical digestion. Why? Because the chemical digestion means by secreting various enzymes. So what are the enzymes, or what are the example of enzymes? The salivary gland secrete, okay, the salivary gland secrete the salivary amylase. It secretes salivary amylase, okay, which is an enzyme which convert the food, the starch, okay, which convert the starch present in the food into the sugar. Okay, the salivary amylase, which is secreted from the salivary gland, convert the starch present in the food into the sugar. Okay, so this is the function of salivary amylase. And in the mouth, the food remain for short period. The food remain what? The food remain in the mouth. Food remains in the mouth for short period. That means in the mouth, the incomplete digestion takes place. In the mouth, the incomplete digestion process takes place. Slightly digested food in the mouth, the slightly digested food in the mouth, swallowed, okay, swallowed by the tongue and enters into the food pipe known as esophagus. Okay, that means the partially or the swallowed food in the mouth enter into the food pipe, which is known as the esophagus. Okay, here the food enter into the esophagus or the food pipe. Just see the diagram. This is suppose the food pipe. After entering of the food, suppose these are the food, some smaller particle, some larger particle. Okay, when the partially incomplete digested food enters into the food pipe, okay, the food pipe is a muscular wall. Food pipe means what? It is the muscular wall. Okay, when the food enter into the food pipe, then the food pipe become what? Become expand. Okay, suppose these are the expand. After entering of the food pipe again contract. Okay, that means the food enter into the food pipe due to the contraction and the expansion of what? Due to the contraction and the expansion of the muscular wall of the food pipe. Okay, due to the contraction and the expansion of the muscular wall of the food pipe or the esophagus. Okay, are you getting me, students? So we have covered the contraction and the expansion process of muscular wall of the food pipe. This is a movement. Okay, that means it expand then contract. Suppose this is the food pipe, this is the tubular like structure, this is the food pipe. Okay, when the food enters into the food pipe, it become expand. After entering of the food pipe again become contract. Okay, that means again become shrink. Okay, so this is the movement. Suppose like this, expand, contract, expand, contract. Okay, the food pipe become expand then contract. That means the movement of the expansion and the contraction of the muscular wall of the food pipe is known as the peristaltic movement. This is the important peristaltic movement. So what is peristaltic movement? This is important. This is a 2-mark question. What is peristaltic movement? The movement, that means the contraction and the expansion movement of the muscular wall of the food pipe. The contraction and the expansion of the muscular wall of the food pipe is known as what? Is known as the peristaltic movement. So what is the peristaltic movement? The movement of the muscular wall of the food pipe. Due to the contraction and expansion, the food pushes the food pipe into the stomach. That means from the food pipe it enters into the stomach. Okay, are you getting me, students? So we have covered the peristaltic movement. Again I am repeating. For your better clarification, peristaltic movement, it is the movement of the contraction and the expansion of the food pipe. It is the contraction and the expansion of muscular wall of the food pipe. This movement is known as peristaltic movement. So what is the function of the peristaltic movement? The peristaltic movement helps to push the incomplete or partially digested food from the food pipe into the stomach. Okay, so the partially digested food now enters into the stomach. Okay, so stomach is a J-shape. It is a J-shape organ. Okay, stomach is a J-shape organ which is present our left side of the abdomen. Okay, stomach is a J-shape organ which is present the left side of the abdomen. The stomach consists of what? It consists of gastric gland. Okay, it consists of gastric gland. The gastric gland secretes the gastric juice. Okay, the gastric gland secrete the gastric juice. The gastric juice secrete what? The enzymes, several enzymes. Okay, so what are the enzymes? First is your hydrochloric acid or HCl. Okay, this is the hydrochloric acid. The several enzymes or several substances secreted from the several enzymes or the several substances secreted from gastric juice are, first is your hydrochloric acid and second one is your pepsin. Okay, the third one is your mucus. Okay, so what is the function of hydrochloric acid? We know the hydrochloric acid means it is acidic in nature. So the hydrochloric acid keeps the gastric juice acidic in medium. The hydrochloric acid keeps the gastric juice acidic in medium. Okay, so why the acidic medium is required? Because in the acidic medium the pepsin enzyme act on it. Okay, so hydrochloric acid makes the gastric juice acidic in medium, and due to the acidic nature the pepsin enzyme acts on the acidic medium. So the pepsin enzyme is a protein digesting enzyme. That's why in the acidic medium the pepsin enzyme digests the protein substances. Okay, and another function of hydrochloric acid is, first is the acidic medium, that means it keeps the gastric juice acidic medium, and the second function is the hydrochloric acid kills the bacteria. Okay, so the function of hydrochloric acid, it makes the gastric juice acidic in medium, it kills the bacteria. Okay, the pepsin enzyme function is, in the acidic medium the pepsin enzyme helps to digest the protein substances. That means pepsin is a protein digesting enzyme. Okay, and lastly the mucus. Okay, so the mucus helps by secreting from own enzymes. Okay, so the hydrochloric acid is a acidic enzyme which is secreted from the gastric juice. Okay, the mucus enzymes helps to protect from hydrochloric acid which is secreted from itself. Why? Because if the mucus enzyme is not secreted, the corrosion of the stomach wall takes place. That means if the hydrochloric acid secreted, that means it leads to the corrosion of the wall of the stomach. Okay, that means it hampers or it ruptures the wall of the stomach. That's why the mucus enzyme protect from the several enzymes. That means the hydrochloric acid, the mucus enzyme protects from secreting its own enzyme, that is the hydrochloric acid. Okay, it secretes from hydrochloric acid, because if the mucus enzyme is not secreted, that means the wall of the stomach or the stomach wall leads to corrosion. That means it causes corrosion. Okay, we have covered the stomach. Students, today we have covered this much, and I hope you all like it. If you have any doubt regarding the human digestive system till I have taught, then ask me in the comment box, and thank you. Have a good day.